An antidote to all the bad news we've been hearing these days, laughter. Jennifer Valoppi says it's often the best medicine. And here now is some laughs in the first part of her series on comedy. Miss Jennifer, take it away.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, as you know, that comedy is one of the hottest industries around today, and there are at least a couple dozen local clubs where for the $5 to $10 price of admission, you'll get a night that you won't soon forget. They are ethnic.
You ever see a Jewish girl do modeling work? Run a loss. Okay, Betsy, show us happy.
They are obscene.
Some of this stuff shocks me, but makes you feel any better, okay?
They are wacky. Most of all, they are talented and very funny.
Take it, drink it. And we have a special drink all the way from the stage for Jennifer Valoppi. It's a cootie drink.
John Mulrooney is one of Rascal's shining stars. He is a face to look for on the national scene. John has just signed a network contract to be groomed for sitcoms. Through 20 countries and 13 years as a comic mind reader, Max Maven is one of the enduring, if not endearing, faces of comedy.
Boo.
Max says comedy is so popular
Because people now can see comedians not just on TV or not just on a record album, but live right down the street.
Laughter, I think, is like the universal language. You make people laugh, right away you put them at ease, right away you put yourself in a position where people are looking forward to seeing you, they accept you more readily, and they know that when you're with them, they're going to have a good time.
That's yours? What is that, gerbil?
if for no more reason than just to get a laugh out of life. An unprecedented 1 million Americans a month pack themselves into local comedy clubs. But there are more reasons.
Because I go to the theater, but that's too expensive.
This is your first date?
Yeah.
And you're bringing her to a comedy club?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it takes the burden of being witty off of me.
It's an alternative to single bar.
Faced with a lack of interest in rock bands and discotheques, and faced with an older drinking crowd, more and more clubs are now turning to comedy, at least on a limited basis.
If you are Polish, please don't be offended. As if you'll get it.
The owner of this club found that even a night a week of comedy is a remedy for a slow evening at the local disco.
It's been very successful in building up my Wednesday night here, because Wednesday night is traditionally a slower night.
At this point in the United States, every city of reasonable size seems to have a comedy club, all over the country. And a big city will have many comedy clubs. And that's a new phenomenon.
Do you think this is going to last, or is this just another trend?
Oh, I think it's getting stronger and stronger. I mean, I've been saying, gee, I hope this lasts. I mean, we're moving to a bigger club.
Rascals has been in business for about 4 years now, and it is the only full-time comedy club in New Jersey.
The Magnusson brothers experimented with other kinds of entertainment with little success, but now business is booming.
On Fridays and Saturdays, we're sold out 2 or 3 days in advance.
Just came back from Macy's, they had a light sale. But this great Caucasian family, so I'm doing okay.
It's a whole new industry now. There's new comedians coming out every day because you can make a big career in it now. There's so many clubs across the country opening up. There's so much work for them now. When in the old days, there wasn't.
Would you put up the lights? I see the people. Would you put up the lights? Put them down. I saw them.
The host is Eddie Cantor, the place Grossinger's, the year 1949. But far from those days, there are now a bevy of forums for comedians to perform in.
Here's a woman with leather pants. Are those leather pants? Probably tying up some Shriners after the show, are you? No.
Like uncensored cable programming and video cassettes, all helping to keep public interest in clubs. This was John Mulrooney's last New Jersey show before leaving for Los Angeles.
California, man. I don't know if they're ready for me to act like a Jersey guy out there.
No way.
At this point in my career, I know now that there's no one break that makes you. It's like any other business. You know, it's just a long, hard process.
Now, I have talked with John since he moved to Los Angeles, and he says that already in just a couple of weeks, he has auditioned for a movie. Tom, Sarah?
Oh, wish him the best of luck. What about the funny ladies?
There are plenty of them out there. We'll be looking at some of them tonight.
All right, and where do we find all these funny folks? Where are these clubs?
Well, you know, there's about a dozen clubs in New Jersey, about a dozen clubs in Manhattan and New York, and it's interesting because the whole circuit of comedy is really very small, and the same people that play the New Jersey clubs play the New York clubs, so no matter where you go, You get just some of the finest talent in the country, and we have some of the finest clubs that are often imitated throughout other parts of the country.
All right. Thanks, Jennifer.
What does it take to get up there?
Guts and great brains.
Behind the Laughs, a News 9 primetime special report tonight at 8.